See that chap there? That's me, Terry. I'm visiting my old home. This is it. Looks like the entrance to a country mansion, doesn't it? These gates are never locked. They don't have to be. This is Forest Village. It's one of the London County Council cottage homes. There's 400 kids living here, and they're happy. I'm entitled to say that. I was one of them. And that's where I lived. Chestnut Cottage. They might have been me a few years ago. I'm at a farming training college now, but I get home for a day or so as often as I can. Looks like we're in a hurry, doesn't it? This is who I really came to see. My mum. She's not my real mum, mind. I never had a real mum for as long as I can remember. Her name's Miss Smith, and she's the housemother in charge of Chestnut. This is her family. Betty. She's the studious type, you know. Oh, that's Peter. That boy's never clean. This young man's John. John swears that he's going to be a professional footballer when he grows up. This is Iris. She goes to the local grammar school. These are Joan and Agnes. They just enjoy life. These two young toughs are Paul and Jeremy. They started off thinking they were the Lone Ranger, and now they've decided that they're Rocky Marciano. And this is the baby, Billy. He's only about 3. There you are. Some family, eh? And it's a family that never grows up. The day starts early at Chestnut. Just after 7 they're downstairs. This is Phyllis. She is Miss Smith's assistant. She does the same work as Miss Smith, and one day she'll have a house of her own. You know, there's a dozen reasons why kids come here. I won't try to tell you them all. The point is that they do come, and they need looking after. And it's Miss Smith's job to give them a bit of affection and security. In other words, to make a home for them. She's a very important person. That's why I'm talking about her. Betty and Iris have to leave the house at 8. They go into the town to school. So does John and all the children who are over 11. They don't like getting up any more than I do. Miss Smith and Phyllis usually have their breakfast with the older children, and this leaves them more free to handle the youngsters when they come down. Everyone makes their own beds, except the very young ones. In fact, the kids lend a hand whenever they can. Talking of lending a hand, there's always something to do. And you know, the children just love to muck in and help. From now until 9 o'clock, they're on the run all the time. Here he comes. He's a boy, this one. Sat down without combing his hair, did you? Outside you get. Of course, you don't get away with this sort of thing either. See what I mean? Now he'll have to have a proper wash. But he'll try again tomorrow. They're on the last lap now, though it's odds on that they'll all need another wash after they've finished breakfast. Oh, this is the nursery assistant. There's a nursery school for the babies on the estate, and she comes along at 9 o'clock every morning and collects them. There they go. Proper little gentleman, ain't he? And this is the washing up. Then they have to tidy the house. Mind you, the council do what they can to make things easier. This saves a lot of backbending. But of course, children the world over are masters at the art of making a mess. The budgie belongs to Billy. The children can keep pets if the housemother will let them, same as at home. This is the playroom, where, short of arson and murder, they're allowed to do more or less as they like. Round about 10:30, they knock off for a cup of tea, thankful that the heaviest part of the day is behind them. Of course, there's a lot more to it than just meals and cleaning. Kids are kids. They get dirty and they get sick. Yes, they tear their clothes too. They get toothache and they bawl. But in many ways it's easier for Miss Smith than it is for the mother of a large family. I'll show you what I mean. This is the laundry. Every week the dirty washing's collected from each cottage. There's no need for the housemother to do any washing at all, though most of them do their own woolies and smalls. Then there's the grub. Once a week she orders whatever she needs. These are delivered by van from the food store on the estate. And this is what it takes to keep Chestnut going for just a few days. Clothes, of course, are always a problem, especially when there are women around. This is a shop on the estate where Miss Smith can get all she needs. Just now she's getting a new dress for Agnes. There's no suggestion of a uniform here, and the eldest children have a clothing allowance which Miss Smith can spend at any of the shops in town. How about this one? Fits in front, fits at the back. Well, she was soon satisfied. Then there's the butcher, the baker, the cobbler, and so on. And all the time, the ordinary life of the home is going on. Another meal. It's getting on for 1 now, and lunch is nearly over. During the week, the older children have their meals at school, but Miss Smith likes the weekends, because then she has her whole family round her. Besides, they help with the washing up. Sometimes. From 2 until 4 every afternoon, they're off duty. They know that no one will want them, because the children are all at school. And the youngest are probably having their rest in the nursery. The rush is over till evening. In the evenings, if the weather's bad, she lets them watch TV instead of going out to play. And of course there are certain programs they see every week. She bought the set herself, but the LCC maintain it for her. It's bedtime for the babies now. Of course, children aren't always pond of water, especially if there happens to be a bit of soap around. Some of them seem to enjoy it though. But what about when they're ill? What about when this sort of thing happens? Housemothers aren't trained nurses, you know. She's had a nasty fall, so Phyllis takes her along to the sick bay. It's right there on the estate. Here, she's soon taken care of by one of the trained nurses who are always on duty. Go on, wave it about. That's better. There you are, didn't hurt at all, did it? There's plenty of sport here too. Football, cricket, hockey. We've got a jolly good football team too, I can tell you. And we've got our own swimming bath, just like any Hollywood film star. Life's fun here at Forest. But perhaps Miss Smith has some sort of problem, or she needs advice. There's a minimum amount of supervision and interference with the housemother. But on the estate, there's a superintendent and an assistant. They're always there, ready to help sort out any knotty problem. Well, will she? Yes. Yes, she's going to have a go. Every year she'll take the children to the seaside for their summer holiday, and she chooses where they will go, nobody else. It's 10:30 now. There's another day tomorrow. She'll be in bed soon, having a well-earned rest. On Sunday mornings, Miss Smith takes her family to church. All dressed in their best, all washed, and off they go. You know, it's a great job that Miss Smith and Phyllis are doing. Of course they get paid, and they have their day off every week, and they get a holiday, apart from the one that they have with the kids. But the job is more important than just that. It's a great job, and it's really worthwhile. There's only one snag. There just aren't enough Miss Smiths and Phyllises, and we need a lot more of the right sort. So if you think that this might be your vocation, drop a line to the Children's Department of the London County Council, and they'll tell you all about it. We'll put that on the screen for you. That's all from me now. So long.